2022. Not very good at this, but here goes again. Hello, I'm Michelle. So this video, I'm not claiming to be a doctor, I'm not claiming to have any knowledgeable experience or anything. It's just my experience and what I'm going through, what I went through, and just to help anyone who's going through it who doesn't know what the hell's going on in their life at the moment due to antidepressants, and coming off them cold turkey, may I add, because I didn't know. So I'll tell you my story. So I'm Michelle, I'm 38, just turned, so it must have been nine years ago, 10 years ago, I first started going on antidepressants. The first one that the doctors decided to put me on was Martazipine. Just feel like general anxiety and panicking and crying and stuff. So I went on that for 2 years. I put 2 stone on in weight, but generally I was working, I just got on with my life, what I was doing. But then it all came to a head when I think I swapped my tablets to paroxetine. So when I didn't realise all this was happening because of the tablet swap and like withdrawals from the other antidepressant what I was on. I get a lot of mental blocks as well, so you have to bear with me. I'll do a few if this that helps anybody. Cause I really do genuinely don't want anybody to feel like this and like they have no hope. And it's just nice to be told that you're going through something and it's not you. So yeah, I went on to paroxetine. At the time, I had a girlfriend. I had a job. I was kind of talking to my family, all right. But I think as soon as I went on to the paroxetine, I think everything just spiraled because like the drugs were coming out my system, new drugs were going into my system. My body just couldn't handle it, I don't think. So I ended up losing my job, lost my family, lost my girlfriend. Sorry. I spent a long time on my own, up until recently when I decided to come off the tablets. I'd also been prescribed Promazine, that's an antipsychotic. I was prescribed that alongside my paroxetine, but I didn't take that as much as I took the paroxetine, because I don't think I'm psychotic. I never thought I was psychotic, but they said it'd help with my like anger, moods kind of thing, which I put down to the antidepressants, which made it worse what I was on and what I was coming off. So Christmas just gone, 2023, I decided, well, I'd had back pain since July, August, the year before, 2022. And it had been getting on my nerves, like pain. If you've got pain, you know what it's like. It's there all the time. You get yourself worried. You get health anxiety. So I didn't have nobody to talk to or anything. You have to bear with me. It's like an emotional roller coaster. It's not all bad, believe me, but I need to get this out because I can't keep it in any longer because I don't want anybody to go through this. So yeah, I'd been to hospital, I'd been to doctors trying to get my back sorted out. I was still on the tablets at the time, up until Christmas 2023. I took myself off because the doctors weren't helping with my back. My life was just like, wasn't getting any better, like, I wasn't myself. didn't have any joy in my life. Like I'm a joyful person, I think. But anyways, so yeah, I've got a dog. I've had dogs for 20 years. Suddenly started getting paranoid about like dogs attacking me. Fight or flight all the time. I couldn't go out the house. If I took my dog for a walk once, I got halfway around the block, I froze. And I didn't know if I could go home. Well, I did go home, but it's just not a nice feeling to have. So that continued until March 2023. And then I decided I needed a bit of help because I kept having panic attacks. Couldn't breathe, couldn't catch my breath. There was just tightness, like heavy weights were just being like lent on me all the time. My head. At first I did have zaps and things like that. And the shaking that I had was uncontrollable. Shaking, sweating, not being able to sleep. So I had to ring my mum. So I got in contact with my mum, and then my mum she told me that it was withdrawals from coming off my tablets, which I'd not even clicked onto. I'd not even thought about. I just thought that I were getting into another cycle of depression. But I wasn't. It's just everything detoxing out my body, and it's still detoxing out my body, and it could take years to detox out my body. It's not all bad. You have good days, bad days. So when my mum told me it was the withdrawals, everything just like hit home, and I thought, yeah, it is. Bugger. So I explained all the symptoms to my mum and stuff, and I did take like a homeopathic route, like natural. I actually couldn't eat anything no processed food. I couldn't eat my normal diet. All I could eat was tomato soup and fruit, and that was forced for 4, 5, 6 weeks, just so I had something in my body, so I didn't feel empty like a shell. Having someone there really helped as well to talk to. I got myself back into community and things like that. Tried to like just do things. Tried to keep myself busy. But I can't go too fast. You've got to try and keep a balance of things, because if you go too high or go too low, you just need to keep like mindful of your situation, and remember that it's not you, it's the withdrawals and the medication, what's coming out your body. Right, so I'm going to go through the list of things that has followed since I've stopped taking paroxetine and promazine and any other drug, but they were the main two that the doctor was prescribing for me. So it didn't hit me until, that's why I rang my mum, it didn't hit me till March. I was doing my garden, and I think my body just gave up on me, telling me I can't do anymore. It just basically collapsed, and I had to sleep. I had to be in, well, I couldn't sleep, but I had to lie down. I couldn't do anything. I had no energy. Just like horrible like feelings in my body of anxiety, constant anxiety. It is manageable if you take like steps and stuff. Just feel it could be a bit scary sometimes. But I watched videos of people. I watched the Lonely Grind. That guy's really good. He's very calming. Kept me balanced kind of through the worst parts of it, because of what he'd been through, it were what I'm going through. So I think watching these videos does actually help. I watched Angie Peacock, she's like really inspirational because she's come so far, I think, in her journey. It took her nearly I think it's like 7 years now, something like that. But I'm glad these people have been out there to help me, like, so I know I'm not on my own and it's not all in my head. So I'm just going to leave it at this. I'm going to leave my symptoms, what I had. So these are my symptoms. So I had intense fear and dread, fight and flight, like you're going to go into a fight all the time when you get that kick, when you feel like you've been kicked in the stomach. Still got that 6 months on, but I do keep mindful. I did meditation, need to get back to it. Just got to find what's right for you. I keep thinking I'm going to die all the time. It's waves of like emotions. I know I'm not going to die, but like it's a horrible feeling when you think you're going to die, especially when your body's like just in full turmoil because of like just all these toxins coming out of it, what it's done to your brain. I've got a serotonin releasing that's been blocked for years. So I was overwhelmed by going outside. It was like I had been reborn. I took myself off to a community group just to feel like I had some kind of connection with the world, kind of thing, and people. But the first time I went there, I stepped outside. It was so bright. Everything was just like it was brand new. The colours, the noises. Jesus. I couldn't listen to 2 noises, 3 noises at the same time. It drove me insane. Walking, I was concentrating on like my health anxiety, I can't even explain it. It's like something I've never been through in my life before, and I never ever want to go through this again, or anybody else. So this is why I'm making this video. So my sensory awareness was just like overstimulated to the max. Like they were buzzing in my head for weeks. Sickness, diarrhea. Couldn't get my breath properly for months. I'm having waves at the moment where I've got serious palpitations. Keep thinking I'm going to have an heart attack. So I've had to ring my mum. She's reassured me that I'm not going to die. So just daily anxiety. I did get severe morning anxiety, which was terrifying, waking up like in a severe anxiety. But you just got to speak to people. You've got to like get yourself like out there. You've got to speak to anybody. So I was even terrified of my own dog. Extreme episodes of crying. That started from when I first stopped the tablets, but I weren't aware of it. I was crying in bath. I was distraught every day. I thought it would end up well for me. I didn't think it was withdrawal from antidepressants, but it really is. So not angry. I weren't angry too much at first, I don't think. But the anger slowly started as my sensories of my brain started to readjust, and everything's trying to get itself back to how it was years ago. Like my dopamine levels, my serotonin, my nervous system's an absolute complete wreck. But that can be sorted with time and with techniques, I suppose, which help. It's up to like what helps you. You've got to try everything. Literally everything, and whatever works for you, don't give it up. So in the beginning, I remember having thoughts of hurting myself and others, just due to the extreme emotion of feeling like down, I think. I can't even explain it. But that went. I didn't remember I had a life before or on antidepressants. Couldn't remember anything. Couldn't remember when I went on my tablets. Couldn't remember what I'd done on my tablets. Couldn't remember couldn't remember my life before. Didn't have no memories of before. So then the intense changes in mood started, just frustration and feeling like this all the time, which it doesn't feel like this all the time, but you've got to write things down and journal and things like that and stuff to remind yourself of like your journey and what's helping you, your triggers, what doesn't help you. A big one for me was coffee. I've had to give up coffee. Because every time I have coffee, it sends my sensories into overload, like, and my anger and stuff. That's just a recent thing, but I have gradually weaned myself off coffee, which I were having maybe 10 cups a day with 2 sugars. So yeah, I've done pretty well there. So I was confused all the time, didn't even know what this world was, no connection to anybody, no connection to anything. Frustrated with myself, angry with, like, I don't know, just angry with the doctors. Yeah, very angry with the doctors and psychiatrists who keep doing this to people. Yeah, my body just feels, still 6 months in, feels physically battered, with my nerves, my tension. The tension is just like out of this world. Oh, it started at my back. I got a massager from my back, shiatsu one. I got TENS machine. I used to do loads of walking, but I've not done walking like since Christmas like I used to do, because it's just been terrifying. But I know it's not always going to be like that, and it's not always like that because I do take my dogs out. So I couldn't watch TV, couldn't listen to music, my vision, couldn't read, all like sensory. Talking was like I was on another drug, really fast, like trying to catch up with my thoughts, what I'm thinking, but I didn't even know what I was thinking. It's just everything coming into my head. Nothing seemed real. Like I said, a complete diet change. I wanted all natural things in my body, because my brain wouldn't let me have, my body wouldn't let me have anything like that's been artificially made, I don't think. Couldn't sleep, sweating, scared to death, unconsolable, strange real dreams that actually like were reality to me, kind of, in a way, because this reality wasn't. But now I don't even, at this point, they're not like that, and I don't remember like my dreams like they used to be. They were so vivid and just like they were like apocalypse dreams, just out of this world, like my fight or flight. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I was starving because I could only eat tomato soup for a month, maybe longer, and fruit, and then bits of other small stuff. Gradually, I felt hollow inside. Couldn't drink what I normally drank, like coffee. I couldn't drink that at all. But then I did gradually start having it, but then I don't think it's good for me, so I've took that out. Constantly wondering what to do with myself. Like walking up and downstairs, like what do I do with myself? What am I supposed to be doing? I actually had no clue what I was here for, what I'm supposed to be doing. But like I said, I got myself out to community groups. I go to a campfire, with like, which really helps. Just sit around and just chat with all different kinds of people and stuff. So yeah, what else have I done? I've journaled, I did meditation, listening to little Buddha stories, which really helped at first, just to get myself out of like whatever this is. So yeah, I think that's it for now. But today I've done this video because like 6 months in, I think I need to get it out, because I think whatever I'm holding in needs to come out, because it's making me, I need to get stuff out. So if this helps anybody, or if anyone's got any questions, because I find it's really hard to ask anybody who's gone through it, because they've all got the, like, they'll get paid now and stuff, so, but I'll help anybody, I don't mind. Yeah, if you've gone through similar, or you're going through similar, or you need advice on antidepressants, or like withdrawal, are you thinking of coming off antidepressant? Like I say, I'm not a doctor, but like through my experience, I've got a lot of insight. This is my first video, so I'm a bit shaky. I've never done a video in my life, but I think this subject needs to, it is out there, but it needs to be out there. The media need to like get hold of it. Children are being prescribed these drugs. Can you imagine? I don't want my grandchildren being on these drugs and having to feel like this. So yeah, I'll leave it at that because I couldn't go on. I might make another video. Thanks for watching anyway. Subscribe if you liked. I think I will make another video because it feels like it's helping me anyway. So if it can help anybody else, then thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Bye.